I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look.
The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob. Fuck what they heard, when tell them it's all true. Be cautious, the foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. You told it in the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Shall become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad, telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. Where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, do you know I'm gonna get active with you? From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact a fear. Was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jake. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't be too baby, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. Might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite that hand in speech, or you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the river court. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call it Bell Right. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your hunter's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Block fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the damn our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
On the highway. Don't think I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, at my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. How when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah. Fuck, I'm talking about that. Hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who? I done seen it all before I came through. Must don't understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame ass nigga. But they crackers trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga, Miami. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Boy, you pussy boy, but you ain't talking about nothing, but you ain't making noise. You ain't on that shit, that shit thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that. Shooting at me and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look sad, cause I'm on that, boy. Get shot at the top, that's a toe tag. Lame man, Cracker don't want the guns on me. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the chica. I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my grind, let it hate. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas when I don't give a fuck. But they be hating on cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga growing. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up, keep that bitch flowing. Hey. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steel. Killer being killed, nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for the real. Nigga, I'm ready for the war, nigga. But they crack trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my balls, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn to Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn to Scarface. We up here with the scene, nigga, with the Colombians cutting niggas' heads off and shit. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel. Always just a kid, shoot them out the hill. Gotta keep the hill, nah, nigga, for real. Heady boy, that they talking. Why X out your rank, walking on your sand on the highway, chasing out the bands. Boy, wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy, wanna hate, soft two cans, Sam, man, nigga. I told you for that nigga don't know it. Yeah, chasing out the one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, the dag on my hip with a stand-up clip. Yeah, motherfucker, we'll kill your ass. We'll motherfucking dissect your ass. Cut a head off, put a body for the buzzers. Matter of fact, fuck them buzzers, nigga. Ain't no head hunters. Hey, call nigga Sharface, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
Shalom Israel, Yahba Shemi Haushah Brak Thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shamal Thumb by Shemi Haushah to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer Quran Yahla the ISUBK under Commander General Yana, and it's the Tuesday night Brotherhood class, right? So I'm gonna just jump straight into the topic, you understand? And I'll pose a question to the sisters out there. And the title of this class is Sisters, are you slowly unaliving your husband? And it's a reason why I'm posing this question, right? When you look at the black community, right? Black men and women, and when I say black men and women, that's a blanket term for Latinos and Native American Indians as well. You understand? Our relationships, you understand, as far as our marriages, fail at a disproportionate rate, you understand, compared to other cultures of people because of us not having the understanding of our culture and how the hierarchy in our families are supposed to go. You understand? We tend to marry ourselves spiritually, you understand, and mentally to the ideology of the Caucasian man, you understand, which the Caucasian man is only here, you understand, to destroy the black and Latino households. You understand? So like it. Quick shout outs. Young man DK, Yabba Shimel Shabrakatah, the water for tapping in. My main man Nayak, Yabba Shimel Shabrakatah, the water for tapping in. My sister Monica, Yahweh Shamal Thun by Shimel Shasis, the water to all of y'all for checking in. You understand? But our households fail because we look to the wrong examples of how to keep our marriages in this empire. You understand? And the first example that we look to, of course, is Caucasian society. You understand? Us living in America, born and raised here. You understand? The culture of Western society is a detriment to the black household. You understand? I'm gonna show y'all why, right? So now, of course, so like, let me share my screen. I'm going to go to the scriptures. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the scriptures first, and then I got an article for y'all, right? Because they did a study on marriages, right? So like, can you hand me a piece of tissue? So like, y'all bear with me. Water. Oh, excuse me. So like, the first precept I'm gonna pull is in the New Testament. We're gonna go to 1 Corinthians 11:3. So like, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 1. Be ye followers of Christ, even as I also am of Christ. You understand? This book of Corinthians, I believe, was written by Paul, right? Salakia. Salakia. The kind of book of Corinthians was written by Paul. Paul said, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ." Paul is saying, "Listen to me, because I listen to Christ." Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember in all things and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. Christ didn't teach to not keep the law, statutes, and commandments. This was Christ's whole mission on planet Earth, to get the children of Israel back in the good graces of the Lord by teaching them to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Clear cut. You understand? Verse 3. But I would have you that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. So this is a hierarchy when it comes to the nation of Israel. You understand? The head of every man is Christ. And why is Paul saying the head of every man of Christ, the head of every man is Christ first? Why is Paul saying that? Do you want to answer that? But why is he specifically talking to men first?
Oh, because he's going in the hierarchy, because it's God, then Christ, then man, then woman.
Yes, absolutely. You understand? Paul is talking to the men first because the men is the head of our nation. Period. You understand? He's going in ranking order right now. You understand? Paul is saying, look, you niggas need to get y'all shit together. Y'all niggas need to follow Christ. Woman, him following Christ is the head over you because Christ is the head over him, and the Most High God is the head over Christ. It's God, Christ, the man, the woman, then the children. Period. Ain't no fucking 50-50 in God's people in our relationships in our household. That shit don't exist, especially here in the UPK. You understand? That man, the man is the final say so because he's supposed to be living how Christ told him to live. You understand? So I'm gonna read that again. But I would have you that the head of every man is Christ. You understand? Christ is the king of the nation of Israel. You understand? We don't have queens in our nations. In our nation. We don't have women that sit on thrones. Like, women are not the judges of the children of Israel. You see that a woman is not supposed to be the judge of the children of Israel because of what the fuck goes on in the black community today. Black men are not in the households. You understand? As far as in the recent past. Now in this new age of society, it's a lot of black men that's being allowed to be a part of being in their children's lives. But for the most part, you understand, black men, we still not really in the households. Of course, in the ISUBK, it's a black man in every goddamn household. Even a sister that's single and don't have a husband and she got kids, she looks to her camp leader for righteous guidance and support. You understand? But when you look at the black community as a whole, what's going on in the black community? Black men selling drugs, black men going to jail. You understand? Black men emotional and fighting with their wife tooth and nail, like both of them is broads. Or like both of them are men, because women get masculine with their husbands. You understand? And this is all going on in our neighborhoods, you understand, while women are proceeding over these households. These niggas that get into it with each other and kill each other in front of the store, they daddy ain't raised them. They mama raised them. The niggas that's outside committing crimes, you understand, backing a stolen car into these jewelry shops, they daddy are not present. You understand? They fathers is not in the household. The woman is running the black community. And the black community is all out of whack because women have presided over these fucking households. And a lot of times, you understand, women are basically on some FU to the father of her children. You understand? You asked me a question last night, right? My rib asked me a question last. Okay, we was watching some dumbass nigga get mad at Carmelo Anthony because Carmelo Anthony just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. But what Carmelo Anthony did was, and I'm gonna take this off the screen real quick, right? What Carmelo Anthony did, right? He gave a shout out to his father and his Puerto Rican heritage. Now, when you look at his mama in the crowd, his mama head is like looking down at the ground and she's shaking her head that this nigga got the nerve to honor his father. If y'all don't know, Carmelo Anthony is probably one of the greatest basketball players to ever play in the NBA. That's a fact. You understand? Like, this nigga, you don't become a Hall of Fame legend unless you one of them niggas on the basketball court. You understand? Now, in the sports community, if you're around my age and you know who Carmelo Anthony is, everybody knows he was an Ephraimite or Puerto Rican, as ignorant black people would say. You understand? We all knew the nigga was Puerto Rican. You understand? Carmelo Anthony has his father's first name and his mother's last name. And coincidentally, this is a reoccurring thing in the ghetto. Your mama will give you your daddy first name, but give you her last name. Case in point, I have the same exact story. I got my father's first name, my father's slave first name, and my mama's slave last name. I got her father's last name. You understand? My great grandfather, you understand, was named after his mother. This is a reoccurring thing in the ghetto. And my rib asked me, like, what's the point of that? Like, why do women do that? And I kept it real. The only reason why a woman would give her son the last name that she got from her father is to say F you to that son's father. You understand? That's the only reason why she would do that. Or unless she don't know who the father is. But this is not the case with Carmelo Anthony. This nigga know who his daddy is. Meanwhile, his father passed away from cancer at 2 years old. Now, I didn't know this. You understand? But Carmelo Anthony took it upon himself to dedicate his Hall of Fame speech to the island of Puerto Rico, being where his father and his paternal grandparents come from. His father was born in New York. I believe he's a first generation North American Puerto Rican. I don't want to say American Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico is America. You understand? But he's the first generation New York Puerto Rican out of their family. You understand? His mother, she had the nerve to basically, belittle and be dismissive about his Hall of Fame speech. So my rib, like, man, let's look in the comments. Now, I already know what's going to happen in the comments, and so does she. They in the comments cooking Carmelo Anthony. Oh, you learned that from black people. You was raised around foundational blacks, rule, all this type of shit. Now, when you look at all of the people in these comments, who are the people that are saying this shit in the comments? Most of them is black women. And the black men that's saying this shit in comments is niggas who was raised by their mamas. You understand? That was raised to have no honor for the man. I got news flash, blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians for you all. The most important person in the black and Latino household is the man, period. This nigga's more important than the woman and the children. You know why? Because if you got a woman that's a single mother and she got children, right? That father is going to give his life to protect that household. Ain't no stepdaddy gonna do that shit. I mean, I don't want to say no stepdaddy gonna do that because, of course, a lot of brothers in the UPK are stepfathers, and we step up and be father to the fatherless. But a stepdaddy in the world is not gonna give a fuck. He's not gonna care about that little girl. He's going to eventually violate her. You understand? He's damn sure not gonna care about that man's son. They gonna contend with each other. They gonna get into arguments. They gonna get into fights and all of that. That's why it's important to have your physical father in the household. But the same way Eve was beguiled in the garden is the same way that white men do black women today. And how do they do it? They use the church. Woman, thou art loose. They use all of them bitches in that church, and I do mean bitch. They use all them bitches in that church with them big ass hats. You understand? That damn, what's the scripture on that? Salakia. You got something you want to say? Salaki, I'm finna find that scripture real quick. Damn, what is that verse? I'm gonna find that verse before this class is over with. I'm gonna find that verse before class is over with. Salakia. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all, real quick. Captain Natazak down there in Virginia, he broke this scripture down so beautifully. I'm going to find this verse. I'm trying to tell you. Salakia. For time's sake, I'll try to find it before the class ends. But, what? You want to say something? Oh. But black women have to understand this, right? The black man is not your enemy. As a matter of fact, the black man couldn't be further than your enemy. As a matter of fact, the black man is the savior for the black community. When you look throughout history, right, all of the prophets were black. Don't get me wrong. There was sisters in the scriptures that put their best foot forward to wake up the men of the children of Israel, but they didn't go to war for the children of Israel. They didn't break down the Bible and tell the children of Israel what they're supposed to do as far as keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. But you do have sisters like Deborah that was called a prophetess. Or I think our name in the Hebrew is Deborah. You understand? She was called a prophetess, and she was called a judge. But this is not a judge in the sense of a man judging. This was like a mother in Israel that solved different problems and disputes. Like, this nigga Charleston White be saying some crazy shit, but Charleston White be saying some real shit sometimes. You feel me? And Charleston White, he said something that was like, damn. I damn near shared this post. Charleston White was like, nigga, I'm not you young new niggas. He said, nigga, I'm granddaddy now. He said, nigga, Big Mama ain't disrespect granddaddy them. Granddaddy laid down law. You feel me? Because when you look at them older black men that and I'm not talking about, I ain't talking about the black men that raised their children in the 80s. I ain't talking about them black men. I'm talking about the black men that raised their children in the 60s. You feel me? Them niggas them old grumpy ass black men that Big Mama still gonna bring a plate to. He a different type of nigga than our grandfathers. Our grandfathers, them niggas was going for the bullshit. Granddaddy, oh, he wasn't going for none of that shit. You understand? Because he understood subconsciously his place in a black household. You understand? Ain't no woman supposed to be contending with their husband at all. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about somebody in the world. If you got a sister that's in the school and her husband is in the world, I wouldn't say don't listen to her husband in the world. What I would say is she's going to have to not listen to unrighteous shit that he's going to want to implement in the family. Case in point, this nigga got a drinking problem and he gonna drink the money up, or he's got a gambling problem, he gonna gamble the money. She gonna have to get at that nigga, hey, Salakia, sir. Salakia, my lord. Yeah, nigga, we need lights. I don't like, well, we can't afford no damn cigarettes or none of that shit. No, you're not finna flip my tax money on buying a pound. Nah, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? She not supposed to subject herself to the dumb foolishness of a nigga in the world. But if you got a nigga in the truth, a brother that's wholeheartedly an officer in the ISUBK under Commander General Rihanna, 10 times out of 10, this nigga is going to tell you the right things. You understand? A woman should not be contending with her husband in front of her goddamn children. That is not how the Lord intended for our households to be. You understand? So, like, I'm gonna go back to the scriptures. Hey, Nizam Anah, Yahweh Shemal Latah Bashim Yahushai, sis, the water for tapping in. So where was I at? 1 Corinthians 11. I made my point on that one. Go to 1 Timothy's chapter 2 and verse 12. Start at verse 11, Salakia. Start at verse 9. This book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. This is not talking about a sister should not decorate herself in gold and silver. What this scripture is talking about, this should not be what a sister's life is about. You understand? A sister's life shouldn't be about or going to go get the brand new Birkin bag and you know, all of this stuff that sisters in the world are caught up in. The Lord don't want you to sit back in goddamn sackcloth and not be a beautiful sister. The Lord don't want you not to decorate your like you've been to Passover, you know how this go. You understand? You go to Passover. Y'all wear all of the beautiful dresses, all of the diamonds and pearls and gold, all y'all want to. But that's not what your life is about. Your life is about serving your husband who serves Christ. You understand? And raising up children for us to have a righteous nation for generations to come. Our lives are about breaking generational curses. All of that fake ass generational wealth. Yeah, we supposed to sustain ourselves in this empire, of course. Close the door, Baba Kashar. We supposed to sustain ourselves in this empire. And yes, we do need to build businesses and all of that type of stuff. But generational wealth should not be the end all be all for Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You understand? As far as materialistic generational wealth. Our generational wealth is going to come from our sons and daughters keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That shit over with. Verse 10, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. Verse 11, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. How does a woman profess godliness? With her good works, by being charitable. You understand? A sister professes godliness by helping at these food and clothing drives. You understand? Teaching her young daughter to be in order. You understand? Showing her children that their father is the head of that household, him being a man of God, and we supposed to do what the Lord tells us to do. You understand? Keeping herself in order, not shaming her husband on Facebook. You understand? Or you know, doing anything contrary to what the Lord wants a sister to do in the truth, right? Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Now, this ain't talking about a woman can't salakia, sir, or raise her hand in the classroom. Nah. The Lord don't want a sister to be trying to challenge a goddamn priest while he's teaching these classes. Big shout out to Officer of 5,000 Iraq out there in Carolina. You understand? And I believe he's in North Carolina. You understand? Big shout out to Officer of 5,000 Abraham out there in Carolina as well. You understand? Iraq just posted an old school video, and I remember this video vividly, of a sister that's sitting in class trying to challenge Abraham, you understand, who was a priest and prophet of God, you understand, and you know, breaking down the scriptures. She tried to challenge this brother. That brother was surgical, you understand. Whatever demon that broad had on her, you understand, the demon knew that Abraham was a man of God. We are not going to win this fight, so we need to get the fuck up out of here. And that's exactly what happened. You understand? Because a woman is supposed to learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12, but I suffer a woman not to teach. Ain't no goddamn woman supposed to be teaching no goddamn Bible. You understand? A woman cannot break down the scriptures. The Lord said, the pastor of my flock are men. The Lord chose men to do this job. And if you a sister, why the fuck would you want to do this job anyway? Do you know what we got to go through when we go to camp? Like, niggas be damn near about to die at camp. You understand? We got crazy ass demonic white people walking up on us. Fuck you guys. Trying to provoke us to beat the hell out of one of them so we can get murdered by police officers. Don't let it be a time where we got to go to ground. Somebody's going to get seriously hurt. Why would a sister want to take on this job as a priest or the job as a pastor? You understand? It makes no goddamn sense. The only reason why a woman would want to take on this job is to have authority over men, which the Lord did not give her that. Never. You understand? Verse 12, once again from the top. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. You understand? A woman ain't supposed to have no goddamn authority over no man. A nigga grab his damn car keys and put his damn shoes on, and this bitch talking about, where you going? Man, you better shut the hell up and go sit down somewhere. Go get dinner started. You understand? You ain't supposed to have no authority over no man. Or where you coming from? Or where was you at? Or what was you doing? That's a woman having authority over a man. The Lord ain't gave the woman the right to have no goddamn authority over no man. You understand? All of that bickering back and forth and arguing and trying to have this man answer to you. No, that's not how the Lord intended this shit to go. I'm sorry. Now, if you want to have authority over a man, you can take your ass back to the Christian church. You understand? You can go get some counsel from your mama or your aunties or your goddamn sister who don't have a goddamn man. You understand? And see where that gets you. You're going to be alone at 65 years old. You understand? Nobody checking on you. And you're going to end up dying by your goddamn self trying to have authority over a man. You understand? Now, of course, I'm speaking about a sister trying to have authority over a righteous man. You understand? And even then, sisters, if your husband is unrighteous, you don't have authority over him either. But I would tell you to be wise about your finances. And you might got to hide some money to keep your goddamn lights on. You might got to hide some money to be able to drink some clean water. You understand? Well, I was watching Hadariala's class earlier. Big shout out to Captain, excuse me, a 10,000 Hadariala out there in Detroit. You understand? We ain't Africans. We don't have an alternative to water. Africans' alternative to water is cow piss. Nigga, we don't want to take a shower in cow piss or drink it. That's what they do. You understand? You sisters, if you got a man out there in the world and you in this truth, you might want to make sure you keep the finances that you need to take care of business away from that nigga that's in the world. Because trust me, he gonna have you scraping and scrambling, you understand, in order to have the bare necessities because he don't know what it means to be a righteous man of God. You understand? What's that? That shit over with. Salaki, reading on. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Like I said, once again, or not like I said, like the scripture say, a woman is not supposed to have you have authority over the man. And this is why, verse 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam was formed first, then Eve. You understand? Adam received the law, statutes, and commandments from the Most High God. And you know what Adam did? He did what he was supposed to do, and he taught his wife these law, statutes, and commandments. Verse 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Adam was not the one that brought the sin into the world. Now, yeah, that nigga got weak up under his woman. You understand? And then you got to think about it like this. This ain't no one time, hey, Adam, look what I've learned. Come take part of this. Oh, yes, Eve. No. This is nagging this nigga to death over and over and over and over and over again. The scriptures say, I'm paraphrasing, there's nothing new under the sun. You understand? The same stuff that we subjected to today is what we were subjected to back in times past. The only difference is technology wasn't as advanced as it is today. You understand? But you still had the same problems in the black household back then. And that's how you know it's the same damn problem. Matter of fact, so like, I'm going to finish this out, and then I'm going to go to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Verse 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Yes, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, charity, and holiness with sobriety. Yeah, a woman is going to be saved in childbearing after she teaches her children to keep these law, statutes, and commandments that they learn from their husband, who is a priest of God. You understand? We'll go to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Let me show y'all exactly what the hell happened, right? This book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Understand how the Lord described the serpent. He said he was more subtle than any beast of the field. Meaning this is a crafty bastard. You understand? The reason why this serpent came to Eve is because of his subtlety. He knew damn well, yeah, Adam ain't going for this shit he ain't finna pick up what I'm about to put down to him. So let me go corrupt his broad. That's exactly what the white man does today. That's why the scriptures likens the Edomite to the serpent. You understand? Ye are of your father, the devil. This is what Christ said to blacks and Latinos in his time. He said, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. You understand? Having the same spirit as Cain and the serpent. You understand? The Lord said he's a subtle beast. He knew damn well, hey, look, I can't get man to sin against the Most High by coming at Adam. So let me go get Eve. Now watch what he say to Eve. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, just like a goddamn cracker. To tell a woman something contrary to what the man has told her, to what her man has told her. You understand? When you look at the 1970s, right? It was a struggle in the household of black people. You understand? Because the white man is the goddamn devil. And his sole purpose on planet Earth is to punish the children of Israel for us to go against the Most High, or for us going against the Most High God. So what happened in the 70s was when a lot of these brothers was coming back from the war, they couldn't find jobs. A lot of them were strung out on drugs. A lot of them turned to the street life. You understand? But the white man, he had a perfect program to sustain the black household. You know what that is? Welfare. But there was one catch. Kick this nigga out the house. Y'all seen that movie Claudine? That's a good goddamn movie that a lot of black people should watch. You understand? Claudine had about 5 kids. She ended up finding some dude, you understand, that was just head over heels in love with this broad. You understand? But she was on welfare. The welfare ladies used to come to these single black women's houses and take inventory of all the appliances that they have and look for signs of a goddamn man being in the house. I believe the brother James Earl Jones, or I don't even know if it was James Earl Jones, but it was a brother that played Claudine's love interest. And this nigga had to hide in the closet, all type of stuff, in order for Claudine to keep getting her welfare money. You understand? But that's what they did, right? Same thing as the snake in the garden. Oh, man, you ain't got to listen to Adam. You ain't finna die. Watch this. Verse 5. For God doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. This nigga, boy, he cold. Adam is already a goddamn god on planet Earth. He don't need to know fucking good and evil. For all of you brothers and sisters out there that might not know, the knowledge of good and evil, okay, it was James Earl Jones, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. It was James Earl Jones, right? But for brothers and sisters out there, to know the knowledge of good and evil is simple. It's this. You touch that fire on that stove, you're going to get burned. Now you know the knowledge of good and evil. It's good for you not to get hurt. It's evil for you to get hurt. The knowledge of good and evil is you keep smoking them cigarettes, you're going to die of cancer, or you're going to catch cancer. The knowledge of good and evil is go sleep with a whore if you want to. Your ass gonna get AIDS. That's the knowledge of good and evil. You understand? He told her that she's going to be like a god. Y'all ever heard that Beyonce song, I'm a Diva? Yeah, a diva is a female goddess. The serpent literally promised this broad that she's going to be an independent woman. And that's what happened. You understand? She made her own decision, nagged Adam to goddamn death so he can take part in what the hell she learned, and he got a week up under her. We go to Proverbs 31:3. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 3. Give not thy strength unto the woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Y'all know what? Somebody put in the chat, what is a man's strength that he can give unto a woman? Anybody know in the chat? What's the man's strength that he can give unto a woman? Let the people in the chat. Somebody out there. Brown Horn in 1975. What's the man's strength that he can give unto a woman? Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. Submitting to her? Absolutely. You understand? The Zamana, his manhood, her ruling over him. Absolutely correct. His might. You understand? Correct. Right? My nigga Tazabah, Yabba Shema Shabrakatah. The water for tapping in. You understand? Absolutely correct. In a nutshell, his ability to rule. You understand? That's your strength. Black men, Latino men, Native American Indian men. We not supposed to, like, when you read Proverbs 31:3, the Lord is literally telling you not to be a sucker for your woman. Literally. What's these niggas' name? Usher, Trey Songz, all of these niggas who sing songs catering to women. That's not how the Lord intended a man to be. You understand? Not at all. Right? Give not thy strength unto a woman, nor the ways that which destroyeth kings. When you give your strength to a woman, a king is destroyed. You understand? As a matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to go to the Apocrypha real quick. First Ezra. Now watch this, y'all. First Ezra 3 and 12, right? Okay, so I'm going to start at verse 1. First Ezra chapter 3 and verse 1. Now when Darius reigned, he made a great feast unto all his subjects and unto all his households and unto all the princes of Media and Persia. So Darius is the king of Persia. You understand? He's in rulership at this time, right? This is right before the Greco-Roman Empire was erected. You understand? The Persians was in rulership at this time, right? And to all the governors and captains and lieutenants that were under him from India to Ethiopia of 127 provinces. And when they had eaten and drunken and being satisfied were going home, then Darius the king went into his bedchamber and slept and soon after awakened. Then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another. So these 3 men, you understand, that was of the guards of the king, they were speaking to each other. They about to have a contest, right? Verse 5, let every one of his speak a sentence, and he that shall overcome and whose sentence shall seem wiser than the others, unto him shall the king Darius give great gifts and great things in token of victory. So they having basically a poetry contest in a sense. You understand? Like which one of us can say one of the wisest things to intrigue this king, right? Verse 6, and to be clothed in purple, and to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, and a chariot with brides of gold, and a head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck. And he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. And then everyone wrote his sentence, sealed it, and laid it under King Darius's pillow. And it said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and whose side the king and the 3 princes of Persia shall judge that his sentence is the wisest to him, shall the victory be given, and was appointed. Now watch what these 3 young men wrote. The first wrote, wine is the strongest. The second wrote, the king is the strongest. The third wrote, women are the strongest, and above all things, truth beareth away victory. Ooh. Who you think gonna win this contest? The third one. Why? Why?
Because women have a lot of power over men.
But why do you say that?
Because men do stuff just to get with women.
Absolutely. I gotta give you a hand on that. Men do shit just to have women. I tell brothers this shit all the time. If you got a single man, this nigga not decorating his damn house, not for himself. A nigga will go get a 1-bedroom, a nigga will get a studio apartment. All this nigga need is a game, a big ass TV, and an air mattress. Trust me, if a nigga didn't need all of these material things to get a woman, he wouldn't give a shit about it. We live in a house together. Do I give a fuck about these decorations that you put in here? Hell no. I don't care about that. And snacks. Right, Nizam? And snacks. You understand? Brothers don't really care about a lot of things that they think that people think we actually give a shit about. You understand? Now, of course, you know, brothers want to keep their appearance up and all of that type of stuff. We not vagabonds. But as far as, you know, having the fragrance we wear, cars we drive, clothes we wear, that's all to attract the woman. You're right. I'm going to put that on the screen. You absolutely correct. You understand? Like, men do stuff to get women. I'm gonna put sisters in on a secret. Brothers, don't be mad at me for this. Niggas think about women all the fucking time, all throughout the day. It's a fact. You understand? It's just in a man's nature to want a woman. That's why when they tell you niggas is born gay, shit don't even make no sense. You understand? Like you got niggas that will jump on a damn plane and go to another country to get a woman. Salakia. All the time. Kind, sir. Absolutely. You understand? So now, I'm going to go to the 4th chapter. Drop down. Okay. Verse 14. So I'm going to just get straight to the point. Verse 14. So the first one says woman. They're like, oh, that makes, I mean, the first one says wine. Oh, that make you, wine can make you do this, wine can make you do that, woo, woo. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that. Salakia. Salakia, y'all bear with me. I don't want to read this whole thing, right? Okay, verse 16. First Ezra chapter 3 and verse 16. He said, call the young men, they shall declare their own sentences. So they were called and came in. And he said unto them, declare unto us your mind concerning the writings. Then began the first who had spoken of the strength of wine. And he said thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine. It causeth all men to err that drink it. He said, nigga, wine, bro. If a nigga drink too much wine, he gonna do some dumb stuff. Verse 19, it maketh the mind of the king and the fatherless child to be all one. He said, anybody that drink too much wine gonna become a dummy. Whether you a king or somebody that was not raised by a wise man, a fatherless child, right? Of the bondman and of the freeman, of the poor man and of the rich. It turneth also every thought into jollity and mirth, so that a man remembereth neither sorrow nor debt. He said, well, nigga, wine strong. Boy, you get drunk, you not even gonna remember, nigga, that you're in debt, or you gonna forget. It'll make you feel bad about grieving a loved one. You understand? Or anything that you're going through, right? And it maketh every heart rich, so that a man remember neither king nor governor, and it maketh to speak all things by talents. And when they are in their cups, they forget their love both to friends and brethren, and a little after draw out swords. Whew. He said, man, look, these niggas get drunk, oh, they get to spazzing on mamas, daddies, cousins, all of that. And they gonna up banger on somebody. Niggas get violent off alcohol, right? Verse 23. But when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. But then when them niggas wake up, you're like, damn, what happened last night? Bro, you was tripping. Nigga, you need to stop drinking. Verse 24. O ye men, is not wine the strongest that enforceth to do thus? And when he had spoken so, he held his peace. He's sitting back like, nigga, I won this. I just broke that down. You know what I'm saying? Reading on. Then the second that has spoken of the strength of the king began to say, what you want, son? Okay, don't eat it. Get your ass out of here. Verse 2. O ye men, do not men excel in their strength that bear rule over sea and land and all things in them? He said, man, ain't the king strong? This nigga run provinces and he's the ruler of countries. Verse 3. But yet the king is more mighty, for he is Lord of all these things and have dominion over them. And whatsoever he commandeth, they do. Thank you, son. Verse 4. If he bid them make war, the ones against the other, they do it. if he send them out against the enemies, they go and break down mountains, walls, and towers. He like, the king got power. The king will send men to slide on your whole country. You understand? Verse 5. They slay and are slain and transgress not the king's commandments. Them niggas go kill and die for the king. He got power. They know they might go out and die, but they still not finna transgress what this king say. Like, a nigga will give his life for a king. Ain't the king not stronger than wine? You understand? If they get the victory, they bring all to the king, as well the spoil as all things else. So if these niggas go to war and come back victorious, all of the spoils of war that they get and the subjects of the people, all are coming back to the king. King gonna be sitting on his damn throne drinking a cup of liquor. You understand? Chilling. Ain't had to lift a finger. Go, stop coming in here. Verse 6. Likewise, for those that are no soldiers and have not to do with wars, but use husbandry, when they have reaped again that which they had sown, they bring it to the king and compel one another to pay tribute unto the king. Even niggas that don't go to war for the king. To use husbandry is somebody that's a farmer or that plants crops or have vineyards. Yeah, they bring that increase to the king. So the king sending niggas out to go to war and die for him, and he got niggas making money for him, right? And yet, he is but one man. If he command to kill, they kill. If he command to spare, they spare. If he command to smite, they smite. If he command to make desolate, they make desolate. If he command to build, they build. If he command to cut down, they cut down. If he command to plant, they plant. So all his people and his armies obey him. Furthermore, he lieth down, he eateth and drinketh and taketh his rest. He said all of these damn people work for this one man. But all this nigga do is just go lay down in his bed, drink and eat food and give out orders. It's got to be a nigga with power. It's got to be the strongest, right? And these keep watch round about him. Neither may anyone depart and do his own business, neither disobey they him in anything. O ye men, how should not the king be mightiest when in such sort he is obeyed? He is obeyed, and he held his tongue. He just broke it down. Like, nigga, what's happening? I'm done. You feel me? Right? Verse 13. Then the third, who spake of women and of truth. This was Zerubbabel. Begin to speak. O ye men, it is not the king, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them or have the lordship over them? Are they not women? Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by land, by sea and land. This king still gonna listen to his mama. She gave birth to the nigga. She nourished him as a little baby before he was able to go send you niggas to go die. Right? Even of them came they. So like you. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards and whence the wine cometh. So hold on. This woman gave birth to this king who you saying that's strong, and the nigga who made the wine who you saying that's strong, right? These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Ooh. He just said something heavy. Women make garments for niggas, and they bring glory to niggas. Let a nigga be at Passover, his rib is raw in making garments. And who made that garment? Out that motherfucker. Fire. Oh, my rib made this. Damn, Most High Christ. Boy, she got you out here looking like a soldier. You understand? And without women cannot men be. You need a woman to have children. You can't give birth to a prince or a new king. Was not Christ's birth from a woman? The greatest goddamn man that ever walked the planet Earth and the greatest goddamn man that will ever be on planet Earth in history, he had a mama. Read on. Yea, and if men have gathered gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? Don't rich niggas like broads? That's what he's saying. Huh? When you look at blacks and Latinos and Native men, the niggas with the money, what they always got? A woman. What they always spending their money on? A woman. Read on. A man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own mother and cleave unto his wife. This mama and daddy that raised him, he's eventually going to leave their damn household and go cleave to his wife and make a family with her. Right? He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. And remember, neither father nor mother nor country. He don't give a damn about where the hell he came from. Abraham, case in point, he left the Chaldeans, went to go build a new life with his woman. You understand? Isaac was comforted when he married Rebekah after his mama died. You understand? Read on. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Don't niggas work hard? Like what my brother say? The brother said, even ever since I was a little boy, I daydreamed about my little girlfriends all the time. That's a fact. You understand? But I'm going to go back to what he said that was heavy. He said the fragrance we wear, cars we drive, clothes we wear, that's all to attract women. That literally just said that right here in the Bible. By this also, ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Understand this, sisters. Y'all have a power that you fail to unlock by being masculine towards a man. I'm going to show you that after this, though. Because a woman can do so much in her femininity and make a nigga do every goddamn thing for her by just being feminine, by just being nice to the nigga. If a woman is nice to a nigga, there's nothing he won't do. Men don't fucking hate women. Not at all. A nigga will break his, like you got men that work 30 fucking years. This is why back in the day, right? A lot of our parents, they come from 2-parent households and it'd be like fucking 7, 8 kids. And they grew up poor, most of them. Why the hell you think it's 7, 8 kids in that poor ass household? Because that nigga he didn't do shit but go to work and come home and have sex with his wife every goddamn day. That's how it's supposed to go. I mean, of course, in this empire, with what we have as far as us having to be slaves to the white man until Christ's return, that's what you can hope for. If you got a relationship where a man and a woman have 7, 8 kids just between 2 people, there's got to be some goddamn love in that household, because that man is going to go break his back for that white man. To like, one of the best examples of a father, right? And of course, he wasn't in the truth, right? And I don't know this brother personally, but from what I hear, like, I want to give a big shout out to the Wayans brothers, they father. This nigga stayed, like, his family, they grew up in the projects. Keenan Ivory Wayans, Sean and Marlon Wayans, Kim Wayans, Damon Wayans. They all grew up in the projects in Manhattan. They father, like, go watch Damon Wayans' his interview with Shannon Sharp. That interview, bro, was like probably like the best interview he's ever had, Shannon Sharp. But Damon Wayans told the story of his childhood and his upbringing. His father worked a menial job. They ate the bare minimum, and his father went to work, came back home to his loudmouth ass wife. Like, his Damon Wayans used to be, when their mother died, Damon Wayans looked at that nigga like, boy, your ass gotta be stupid. We watched this lady disrespect you our whole life. But you know what he said? That was my girl. That's what his father said. You understand? At his mama's funeral, cried to death. Like I said, that's that new age father that was raising their kids in the 70s, late 70s, early 60s. You feel me? Great granddaddy wasn't doing none of that shit. She wasn't playing with him like that. But I commend the Wayans brothers' father because this brother, he understood the value of keeping his family together. You understand? But what he did was exactly what the Bible was saying. I'm going to read that again. It says, by this also ye must know that men have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? That's exactly what his father did. Verse 23, yea, a man taketh his sword and go his way to rob and to steal, to sell upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. A nigga will literally go outside and risk his goddamn life to bring some money back home to a broad that don't even fucking respect him. That's how strong women are to men. You understand? That's how much strength women have over men. Imagine you got a righteous nigga, right? Right. Most High in Christ. Imagine you got a righteous nigga. Imagine how much more he would love you than a nigga in the world if you only be nice to him. That's all you have to do. These niggas in the world will literally go rob and steal for a bitch who gonna disrespect him to his face in front of his kids. Imagine what a righteous man would do for you. A righteous man would kill and die for a woman. What's up, son? Get the fuck out of here. Go play. Please. What you want?
I want some drink.
Get them something to drink, please.
Mom, why were you on my chair?
Hey, y'all is interrupting my class. Hurry up and get y'all shit and get up out of here. Salakia. But a righteous man, he would literally give his life for his woman only if she be nice to him. You got a nigga that will be in the world that will rob, steal, and kill to bring all types of riches and treasures in order to please a woman who disrespects him that's in the world. But a righteous man would do more than that. He will make sure he don't risk his life for a woman. I mean, he will make sure he don't risk his life so he can come back home to that woman. He will make sure not a hair get touched on that woman's head. He'll make sure that he's never going to sit in prison for no amount of time and be away from that woman to be able to protect them with his last dying breath. Verse 25, Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. A man loves his wife more than his father or mother. That's a fact. You understand? A man get into it with his mom and his father, shit, he ain't really got to talk to them for real, for real. A man gonna get into it with his woman, he gonna forget his broad in 15 minutes. Nigga might not talk to his mama or his daddy in 15 years after they get into it. Verse 26, yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. It said, man, look. Zerubbabel said, niggas have lost their goddamn mind because of women and became slaves for them. Verse 27, many also have perished and erred and sinned for women. Don't niggas die over women all the time? Look at all of the gang wars that's been going on for 40, 50, 60 years. One of the biggest gang wars as far as Los Angeles is the 8 trade gangsters and the Rolling 60s Crips. That gang is literally over that gang war, which is a gang war that started in 1979, is literally a war over a woman. Every first generation Rolling 60s or 8 trade gangster will tell you that war is over women. I was watching the brother Tay Capone or Tay 600, and I think 600 Breezy, two prominent figures of the Black Disciple Street Gang out there in Chicago. They said the niggas that they into it with, that it's over women. Niggas died and lost their damn mind for women. Reading on. Verse 28. Now watch what Zerubbabel say to the king. And now, do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his powers? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Zerubbabel, he looking at the king like, hey, ain't you great? A nigga scared to even touch you. Verse 29, yet did I see him and Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admiral Bardicus, sitting at the right hand of the king. He said, boy, you got power. Nations is scared to touch you. But hey, I seen you the other day with Apame, your concubine. This ain't even like other nations. They got hierarchy with their wives. This is a concubine of his. This ain't even the queen. It's a concubine. And taking the crown from the king's head and sitting it upon her own head, she also struck the king with her left hand. You want to break this down for me? What she do?
Put his crown on her head and then slap him.
Slap that nigga with her left hand. Bam! Bitch ass nigga. He said nations are scared to touch this nigga. But this concubine of his, give me that crown. I run this shit. She slapped him with the left hand. Bam! I think slapping someone or doing something with the left hand, that shit kind of like disrespectful or something. I mean, it's out of pocket to slap the king, period, but bam, bitch ass nigga. Zerubbabel saw this. He's one of the king's guards. And they watch this shit like, ooh, shit, these bitches got power. You understand? Right? And yet, for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with an open mouth. She took that nigga crown off his head and slapped it, and that nigga was like, I can't believe that you did that. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. She took the crown off this nigga head, slapped him, Then laughed at the nigga. He laughed too. Oh, man, you crazy. This, bruh. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter that she might be reconciled to him again. If she got mad at that nigga would do anything in his power to be in her good graces. But he's the king. He sends people to war to kill and die for him to bring back spoils. He has husbandmen or men that use husbandry to go grow vineyards, hundreds of acres of grapes to make him fucking wine, to sell to people, to give to people, to do it. He got people that make money for him and kill and die for him. But his concubine can slap the shit out of his ass, take the crown, laugh at him, and he gonna be like, oh, babe, you crazy. Then if she's got any displeasure in him, she mad at him for any reason, this nigga's going to try to make it his point. Baby, 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 please. Please, baby, 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 please. O ye men, how can it be but women should be strong, seeing they do thus? Then the king and the princes looked upon another. So he began to speak of the truth. O ye men, are not women strong? Great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in his course. For he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day. And is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore great is the truth, and stronger than all things. He talking about the Most High God. The Most High God made all of these things. This wine, that damn sun, this king that rules all of these damn provinces, that let this bitch slap him and take his crown off his head and say, baby, baby, please. Yeah, the Lord made all of this. Is not the truth stronger than all of this? Zerubbabel was a righteous young brother that was wise. You understand? Salakia. Let me get into this article real quick. Y'all bear with me. We gonna run probably like I don't know how long we gonna run, y'all. Salakia. But I'm gonna get into this article real quick. I got a couple more scriptures that I want to bring out. So the article is entitled, Who Knew Husbands Can Be Nagged to Death? Who the fuck knew this? This is a study. This article came out in 2014, I believe. This article in Time magazine. A new study suggests that being needled, oh shit, they call it needle. Damn, that is a thorn in your damn side. Being needled by or arguing a lot with spouses, neighbors, or relative can shorten a person's life. And that men, particularly those who are unemployed, are specifically susceptible. Get the hell out of here. Hold on. Do you know what this means? You don't know what that means? I'm going to read that again. Somebody in the chat. I'm going to read this first paragraph again. Somebody in the chat, tell me what you getting from this first paragraph in this article. A new study suggests that being needled by or arguing a lot with spouses, neighbors, or relatives can shorten a person's life, and that men, particularly those who are unemployed, are especially susceptible. Somebody get in the chat and tell me what y'all get from that. And I'm going to tell y'all what that means. You want to take another stab at it? A new study suggests that being needled by or arguing a lot with spouses, neighbors, or relatives can shorten a person's life, and that men, particularly those who are unemployed, are especially susceptible. Uraga bar, Yaba Shemal Shabrakata. Izra, Yao Shemal Atai by Shemal Shah. Uraga bar said the women are stressing men out. That's part of it. That's part of it, brother. They're on his because he doesn't have a job. Or they're on him because he doesn't have a job, right? That when you give power to women, it will unalive you. That's close. All of y'all saying the right things. All of y'all are saying the right things. I'm going to sum it up to y'all in a nutshell. They're mad about the money. Right. Right. You want to take another stab at it? You got a comment? I'm going to tell y'all what this means, right? I'm going to read it one more time. A new study suggests that being needled by or arguing a lot with spouses, neighbors, or relatives can shorten a person's life. And that men, particularly those who are unemployed, are especially susceptible. Arguing shortens a man's life. Case in point, the title of the article, who knew husbands can be nagged to death? So this study done May 8th, 2024. This is when this article came out. 2014, excuse me. Over 10 years ago, 11 years ago, they found out that men die faster from arguing, right? And it says particularly those who are unemployed, meaning that man who your mama, grandmamas, all of them that told you he ain't shit. The pastor literally says, if he don't provide for you, kick his ass out. America has taught black women to kill black men, unbeknownst to them, by belittling them because of their financial situation. This is crazy. This is a pure definition of hell for black men. Then you got to look at it, right? It's not by coincidence that black men are the leading men in prisons. It's not by coincidence. It's not by coincidence that black women are more successful in American society. It's the same thing as the fucking Garden of Eden. Take of this fruit, the fruit that America feeds you, and saying either 50-50 or kick that nigga out the house. Black men are discriminated against more than black women. It's just a fact. Black women do not have the might to fight against the government how black men do. If that was the case, the Lord would have said, "Women are the pastor of my flock." It wouldn't be Abba Bivens. It would be Amma Bivens. it wouldn't be Moses. It would be Miriam. They would have drowned all of the newborn baby girls in Egypt, not the men. America has trained our women to help unalive men in abortion clinics and in the households. Because the man is the head of a nation, of a society. What woman on fucking planet Earth run anything? Yeah, I can say Queen Elizabeth. That ship has sailed now. Who run it now? Ain't it King Harry? The original rulers of the kingdoms of the European nations, which was started by us. They was all men. This nigga said, Uraga you right. Uraga said you got to get away from your rib. No, you shouldn't have to get away from your rib. And what he means by that is the ones that are unemployed, you always around your rib. So he's saying you got to get away from, nah, that ain't it. Your rib got to get in order. Stress shortens anyone's life in general. Yes, stress does shorten everyone's life in general. But according to this study, sis, stress shortens men's lives more than women. It's the oppressors destroying our households. You absolutely right. And the oppressors destroy our households by telling black women that they should either be in a 50-50 relationship with a man or they should usurp authority over a man. That's what destroys our households. White people don't never tell black men, you run your household. It's never been like that. Let's read some more. The research published online in the Journal of epidemiology, y'all know I can't read for real, and community health asked about 10,000 Danish women and women aged 36 to 52 about their daily social interactions. Researchers were pretty nosy, asking participants two main questions. In your everyday life, do you experience that any of the following people demand too much of you or seriously worry you? And in your everyday life, do you experience conflicts with any of the following people? Participants could choose friends, neighbors, partners, an extended family, or children. 9% of the participants reported always or often experiencing demands or worries from their partner. 10% from children, 6% from family, and 2% from friends. And 6% always or often experience conflicts with their partner. With their children, 2%, with their children, 2% with their family, and 1% with their friends. In the course of 11 years that the Danes were followed, 4% of the women and 6% of the men died, mostly of cancer, but also of the usual life-ending maladies, heart disease, liver disease from drinking, or accidents and suicide. And even after taking into account such factors as gender, marital status, long-term conditions, depressive symptoms, available emotional support, and social class defined by job title, the researchers determined that those who were frequently worried by or had demands placed on them by partners and or children had a 50% to 100% higher risk of early mortality than those who lived more peaceable lives. Wow. In this study, we find that men were especially vulnerable to frequent worries / demands from their partners, contradicting earlier findings suggesting that women were more vulnerable to stressful social relations. Write the authors, Reich Lund, Ulla Christensen, Charlotte Jewel Nielsen, Margit Kriegbaum. So like y'all not ain't good with reading these Caucasian last names. Nadja Hovej Rod. That's a crazy one right there. So all of the University of Copenhagen, Denmark. They added that their findings were in line with other studies that found that men respond to less stress with higher levels of cortisol, which may loose up their health. Only demanding spouses and children seem to have this life-threatening effect on people. Annoying neighbors and in-laws, not so much. You know what that, sum it up for me. What does that mean?
Had the effect that causes men to stress until he dies. It's the partner and the children.
Nagging wife and badass kids. Straight up. That's literally what it said. You know, the Bible supports this. Of course, I'm going to get to the scriptures in a second. Frequent arguments also led to a greater likelihood of dropping early from mortal coil, but the data suggests that conflict was an equal opportunity grim reaper. Both men and women were affected the same, and it didn't much matter who the arguments were with. It said, I'm gonna read that again. It says, but the data suggests that conflict was an equal opportunity grim reaper. Let me ask you a question. Why in the black community is conflict not an equal opportunity grim reaper? Men don't fucking argue with their women. Men don't nitpick at their women. They don't. Am I right or wrong? Right or wrong? Men do not come in the house or be in the house and pick arguments with their woman. That's not what we do. For the most part, men, and when I say men, I'm not talking about brothers in the UPK. I'm talking about black men in general that don't have the knowledge of being in the UPK. When you look at the black community, the black woman is taught to disrespect her husband by who? By her mama, her older sisters, her aunties, and ain't none of these bitches got a dude. None of them. Girl, you don't need him. We should go out. We should have a girls' trip. Bitch, she got a whole husband and kids. She don't need to be going on no whole girls' trip with you. You done subjected your womb to straight murder when this girl then gave her life to raise children. Why the fuck she even hang out with you? Sisters, in the truth or not in the truth, If your mama is a goddamn dragon, if your sister is a goddamn demon to men, don't hang out with her. It's not wise. Keep the phone calls to a fucking minimum. You know why? Whatever demon that bitch got on her is going to rub off on you. And you're going to get in a conflict with your own goddamn husband. And you're not going to be happy in your household. Your kids going to hear you arguing and fighting. Meanwhile, she going to keep getting drunk in that lonely-ass house of hers and keep going out and having sex with frivolous men and keep killing children. And you're going to be subjected to eventually losing your goddamn family. It's not wise to hang out with a broad who don't have the same principles as you. Brothers too. Don't hang out with a nigga that's a drug dealer. Or a nigga that's a whoremonger or a pimp. Fuck you need to hang out with him for? Y'all don't have the same values. There's nothing that he can teach you about life. He gonna fuck around and put your life in danger. It's not wise. The more and more niggas grow in the truth, eventually a nigga gonna stop hanging out with niggas that you know from being in the world with you. I got niggas calling my phone all the time. Bro, we outside. Come fuck with us, bro. It's the hood day. Woo, all this type of shit. Just be looking at the messages. Boom, delete. Nigga, I ain't going to kick it with you weird ass niggas. I'd rather be downtown Oakland with my niggas that's in the truth, bro. We hold the same values and principles. We going to go outside, have a good time, come back to either one of our houses, bro. Eat food, crack jokes, go to sleep, bro, and wake up, nigga, and do this pre-ship all over again. I don't even like hanging out with blood relatives. It don't make no goddamn sense. Because those who were both unemployed and involved in the most arguments had the highest risk of premature death. The researchers acknowledged that some of these effects could be attributed to differential vulnerability. That is, that people with fewer resources are less able to deal with stresses than wealthy people can. Yeah. A nigga that don't have a job that has to be subjected to some dragon of a bitch that he got, he can't jump in his fucking car and leave. So he got to deal with this bitch putting all her energy into killing this nigga's soul. He don't have his own house, so he got to be subjected to this broad to have a place to stay. So he has to listen to the bullshit. Even though it's fucking killing him. Putting a thorn in him. They recommend that social services providers teach skills in handling worries and demands as well as conflict management within couples and families. That's what they recommend. But they don't do that. Remember the movie Claudine? That bitch was a social worker. She wasn't going over there telling her, hey, you guys need to get along with none of that shit. That bitch was like, where the fuck you get this urn from? Where the hell y'all get this new fan from? I know you ain't got no man up in here. Meanwhile, James Earl Jones, this nigga hiding in the closet. You feel me? Come on, bro. That was it on that article. Salakia. Of course, we're going to go back to the scripts. And understand this, y'all. That article did not say that women were dying more than men or at the same rate as men in these damn arguments. The article literally is entitled, "Who Knew Husbands Can Be Nagged to Death?" They didn't just do a study on men. They did a study on men and women. And they did this shit in Denmark. These white people. Nigga, imagine if they would have did that shit for the black community. Oh shit, boy, you niggas. They'll fuck around and be like, hey, they're never going to respect you. Y'all niggas probably got to leave them alone. You see it all the time with these weak ass niggas. Weak niggas tend to tell you, oh yeah, I never deal with a black bitch. I'll go fuck with me a bitch of a different race because they don't disrespect us like black women do. No, nigga, you're a sucker. Because you're going to deal with another broad from a different race and you're going to go to fucking jail for some shit you didn't do. Stupid. Now, of course, black women put niggas in jail for some shit that they didn't do all the time. But these are still our sisters. This is still the women that God gave to us. So instead of being a coward and running out to go deal with another bitch of another race who don't give a damn about your struggle, she don't care that your mama had to work 3-4 jobs. Your daddy was incarcerated since you was a kid or possibly unalived. She don't give a damn about that. Her fucking father was in her house. She really only fucking with you, nigga, to be rebellious against her own parents. She don't give a damn about you. That's why when these black athletes go get a white bitch, they still get divorced and that white bitch take a whole lot of their money. You understand? Sisters, don't destroy your brothers in all of these ways. Don't destroy a nigga to believing that he has to go get a peace of mind and comfort from another broad. And don't destroy the nigga by making his life a living hell while you're with him. Salakia. Proverbs 12:4. Hey, the water to everybody for rocking with me too. I appreciate the love and support. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 4. A virtuous woman is a woman. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband. You know what it means to put a crown on a nigga's head? If a nigga got a crown on his head, that nigga gonna walk high and mighty with a whole lot of self-confidence. That's what a virtuous woman is to a man. A woman that got skills. Not just being able to go get some money, because that's a skill too. But a skill to know how to shut the fuck up, bro, and let the man lead. It's a skill to not challenge a goddamn man, even though you got a demon telling you, bitch, you gonna let him talk to you like that? That's a demon. A demon will jump on you to do what you want to do. He not gonna, a demon can't make you do it. A demon can only provoke you to do it. So that voice in the back of your head, when you want to argue with your husband, it's to all sisters. That voice in the back of your head when you want to argue with your husband, that's a goddamn demon. Because you want to challenge this nigga. You feel like you're superior to him. You feel like, I ain't got to listen to nothing this bitch ass nigga say. Because you've been taught this your whole life. Your mama didn't respect your daddy. Your grandma didn't respect your grandfather. Great grandmama respected great granddaddy though. He wasn't going for that shit. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness to his bones, or rottenness in his bones. You know what that means? As rottenness in his bones? You know what that means? Who knew husbands can be nagged to death? If your bones is rotten, nigga, you dying in the inside. they end up losing more than winning, or in some cases, even unalived. Yeah, they do. You absolutely right, sis. You go listen to that loudmouth bitch of a woman that your mama raised you to be. Go listen to that sister that ain't got no fucking husband, that done had 39 goddamn abortions, or the one that you want to be extra cool with. The one that you want to go hang out with. This bitch don't have no values on life. She think life is about money and having fun at fucking 40 years old. Go listen to her if you want to. Yeah, you gonna meet a nigga that's in the world that don't care about a woman's feelings or her trying to disrespect him and put him in her place. A lot of them niggas be weak and they'll smoke your ass. Period. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. But she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. This bitch that will embarrass you and make you ashamed of being a man is like rottenness in your bones. They are cancer in your body. Ain't the study just say niggas is dying? How's she gonna make you ashamed? Because you ain't got no damn job. Because you just sleeping on the couch, walking around not doing nothing. He ain't shit. Y'all seen the movie Barbershop? The bitch Eve, she had I don't know if it was Barbershop 1 or Barbershop 2, but she kept getting into it with the one nigga that was disrespecting her. You feel me? But the African nigga liked her. I think it was Barbershop 2. But she was like a women's it was like a women's self-defense program. I'll go look at that scene in Barbershop. They doing all type of these Thai bow aerobics classes, but they got a chant as they fighting. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. They put this in our movies for our women to believe this shit about black men. Didn't Eve marry a white man? Rapper Eve's husband. This bitch is married to a white man. And what's her name? What the fuck is her name? Eve. You can't make this shit up. Her name is Eve. Naive or nigh unto Eve. When a person call you naive, what they saying to you? Huh? You don't know. No, they saying you dumb. They saying you stupid. You're gullible. Come on, man. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband. A woman that's going to go outside and make sure she can get some money, bruh, to help her husband in this fight. A woman that's going to be skillful on how she deal with her husband and her children. This is a crown to her husband. This makes her husband feels like a king. Every nigga supposed to be the king of his own castle. You think a nigga feel like he the king of his castle? When you got a broad that tell him, nigga, get a job. I need more help around here. You ain't doing nothing. That's the same shit that y'all bitches mama said to y'all daddies. And then what happened? Somebody came in your fucking house and violated you. Your mama's boyfriend. Verse 5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. I don't receive no damn counsel from this dumbass broad that ain't had a fucking stable man in 20 years? And don't listen to a dumbass nigga that tell you happy wife, happy life. Ain't that what that nigga Papoose said? Papoose used to say happy wife, happy life all the damn time. Then what happened? This nigga bitch start fucking somebody that's employed in their rap league that they have a business together. Come on, man. Wake the hell up, Israel. The way we living as a society, this shit fucked up out here for us. Excuse my French. Salakia. I'm going to get a couple more scripts because we about 2 hours in. Get a couple more scripts. I'm going to go to Titus 2 and 3. Matter of fact, Salakia. We'll go to that in a second. I'm going to stay on topic. Ecclesiasticus chapter 36. And don't listen to these dumbass niggas, bro, that ain't in the truth. Straight up, nigga. Ain't no nigga outside the ISUBK and the Commander General Rihanna is going to give you the real about how the fuck you supposed to deal with your woman. All of these broads who claim to be in the truth, they got names. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. You understand? Your husband's in the truth, for sure. You better get your fucking mind right before Christ return and he say, I never knew you. Straight up. You understand? Go find you a sister, bro, that's in this truth, that's deeply rooted in this shit. So she can show you her good works. So you can model yourself after a sister who's a pillar in the truth. You understand? The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. That's what a wife is supposed to be to her husband. A possession. You understand? A help unto himself. A wife is supposed to be a pillar of goddamn rest. You understand? This ain't supposed to be no broad that contend with you back and forth. This ain't supposed to be somebody that show goddamn arch nemesis under the same roof in front of y'all damn kids. Come on, black people, get this shit together. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. You know what that mean? That nigga own you, sister. All that Beyonce, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. No, he put rod in you. That makes you his. That's how the Lord intended this to be. I'm as a matter of fact, nigga, I'm gonna break down where monogamy comes from tomorrow night on a Wednesday night law class. I'm gonna break down where that comes from. And it's not a myth, it's a fact. A help like unto himself, a pillar of rest. A sister's supposed to be a pillar of rest to her husband. Not somebody that's gonna slowly unalive him from years of nagging him. Why the hell you think Adam gave in to Eve? What the fuck? The Yin Yang Twins. Remember that song? Blah, 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 blah. She talking to me like I'm dumb. I should have known. I should have left this bitch alone. Niggas made a song about a woman nagging him to death. That song came out when I was a kid. I'm like, bro, these niggas crazy. This shit ain't true. Lo and behold, you go talk to your father, somebody that had kids with a woman, and they're not with that woman anymore. Oh, man. This nigga's nigh unto a goddamn corpse right now. This nigga's the walking dead. You ever seen a man that just go about life and just be, hey, how you doing? It's a bitch killed his spirit. He's dead in the inside. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26 and verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. A woman that has no shame shall be looked at as a dog. What's a female dog? You want to answer that? What's a female dog? A bitch. A woman with no shame. A woman that will argue with her man in front of children. Go get you some counsel from General Muhammad. She challenged you in front of your kids. Call her 1,000 bitches. You have to restore order and authority somehow. You have to defend yourself as a man. This is the UPK. We are no cowards. A woman that tells you over and over again, or shows you over and over again, that she don't respect your authority is calling you a bitch ass nigga. Period. A broad that will dress promiscuously and go to the fucking club while you go to work at nighttime. You a bitch ass nigga to her. I'm sorry to tell you. A woman that gets on the phone with her mama and her sisters and talk bad about you. Girl, this nigga ain't shit. You a bitch ass nigga to her. Straight up. Can't leave her though, unless you sleep with another man. Can't leave her. You got to be subjected to all of the bullshit. This is why the 6-month rule is absolutely golden in the UPK. Yeah, court that broad for 6 months. If she got a dragon or a venomous snake living inside of her, I guarantee you, the 5th month and the 29th day is going to be revealed for you. For sure. It's going to be revealed to you. Right before the Lord allows you to marry Asmodeus. You know who Asmodeus is? Huh? Asmodeus was a demon that was on, I forget the sister's name, but she was unaliving every man in the bedchamber. I hate the censorship of these white folks. They gotta say unaliving. She was smoking their ass. You feel me? A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. What does that mean? Break that down for me. Break that down for me. Come on, speak up.
A woman that sees nothing wrong with the way she is carrying herself, like, and treating like her husband or anybody, or like the sinful stuff that she's doing, she don't see nothing wrong with it. That would be shameless. And somebody who does care about all that stuff is somebody that fears the Lord.
Me jump up.
Oh, I forgot the dog part.
Me jump up. Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and verse 19. My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. What is that? How do a man give his strength to strangers? What's a man's strength? If I'm old, where does my strength lie in? Yes, my seeds. Don't give your strength unto a stranger. Self-explanatory. The Lord is literally saying that Asian bitch who you lust after, do not put your rod in her and sow up seed with her. Don't do it. Don't have sex with white women, Arabs, Africans, Polynesians, East Indians. Don't procreate with none of these fucking heathens. And you niggas kill me, man. Every day we go to camp. I mean, every weekend we go to camp. Every Saturday, I see a nigga hand in hand with some white bitch. They be telling me, oh, crying out, don't do no personal attacks. Nigga, I'll be personally attacking these niggas. I don't care what we go through in the black community as black men and black women. Of course, blanket term for Latinos and natives as well. I'm never going to leave my sisters to go deal with a fucking heathen. I could be called 1,000 bitches by my wife. 1,000 bitch ass niggas to my face. All right, we gonna argue. I'm gonna call you a bitch or two back. I'm going to forgive you like you're my flesh and blood because you are. Period. I'm never going to go against my sisters. And sisters, don't take this class as I don't care about you guys or I'm being hard on y'all. I never teach classes about women, right or wrong. I don't never teach classes about women. This had to be done this week. Big shout out to my brother Uraga Boy, officer of 1,000. You understand? Yabba Shemal Shabraka Thigh. He asked me to hold it down for him. I got you, my lord. But I'm never going to give my strength to strangers. Verse 20. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thine own seed. What that mean? Break that down for me. I got a fruitful possession. Uh-huh. Hold on, say that again.
The fruitful possession is a wife that can conceive, right?
Right.
So my own seed is to have kids.
So with the kid, go ahead, take care of that. So that fruitful possession, like she said, that's a wife of your own kindred, and sow it with your own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. What's the goodness of your stock? Huh? She's of your stock.
I know, but you chose her as a wife.
Why did I choose her? Because she's of my stock. She's my sister, not a physical sister. She's my sister. She's of the same nation, the same kindred as me. And you know this is why. Verse 21. So thy race, which thou leavest, shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. We not finna give birth to no goddamn kids that confused about what their heritage is. Oh, I'm Jewish and I'm black. No. We all the children of Israel. I can get a wife of any 12 tribe. From Judah all the way to Issachar. You understand? Verse 21. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. So we can magnify our people. And they're going to have confidence in their own selves. Oh, I'm black and Latino. I got 2 tribes in my blood. Yeah, my daddy is from the tribe of Judah. My mama is from the tribe of Naphtali. Yeah, we the children of Israel on both sides. My daddy's a Judite. My mama's a Benjamite. Yeah, we gonna magnify in our tribes. Verse 22. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle. Yeah, a hoe. That's what a harlot is, a whore. Some promiscuous broad. You understand? Shall be counted as spittle. She shall be counted as spit. Or the pieces of saliva that fly out your mouth as you talk. She's going to be counted as nothing. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Break that down for me.
Well, it's like the opposite of killing them, right? Like I would just went over to nagging your husband to death. This is the opposite.
Right.
Give him life instead of
Right. Right. She's going to be that tower that can protect him from death. He don't have to be subjected to the terminal illnesses that he gets from a bitch nagging him to death. On top of that, she gonna make sure this nigga got everything he need when he go to battle. He gonna have food. He gonna have fresh garments. He gonna have a place of rest when he leaves from the battle. He's gonna be well rested when he goes to battle. Imagine you nag a nigga. It's 2 in the fucking morning. You arguing with this nigga about him not bringing no money in the house or having a job or him having another bitch. But he got to go to camp in the morning. This nigga depressed. He done drunk himself to sleep. Now this nigga wake up weary. You understand? Instead of, I got your plate right here. I got your garment, Mitri, everything out for you. When you go to battle, I'm going to pray to the Lord that you make it home tomorrow. It's a difference. Reading on. Slovakia. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. What that mean?
that if you're wicked, that's what you're gonna attract. If you're godly, then that's what you're gonna attract.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, how does a godly man escape a wicked woman if he's in the truth?
You don't really escape, she eventually just leaves, right?
Yeah. Or he go find him another fucking wife and go be with her. Self-explanatory. Verse 24, a dishonest woman committeth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. What does it mean to reverence your husband?
pedestal to look up to him. Or to,
Yeah. Yeah. To not argue with the nigga. To not tell him he ain't shit or he ain't doing nothing. To not belittle that man. To not emasculate that man. To pray to the Lord and thank the Most High God that you got a nigga that will give his life for you and take the time out to correct you in the ways that will have the Lord look unto you for respect. Verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A shameless woman gonna be looked at like, man, look. We see it all the time in the UPK. Women fall by the wayside. A nigga post a picture of this bitch, and I do mean bitch. A brother post a picture of this bitch on Facebook. Hey, this bitch is no longer my wife. She has committed adultery on me, and she is no longer allowed in the vicinity of anybody in the school. All sisters cut contact from her. That's how we get down in the school. You commit adultery on my brother, bitch, fuck you. Straight up. I don't give a fuck if we've housed you. Same thing with a nigga that drop his sword. Bye, nigga. We don't give a fuck. Peace out. We still gonna hold up our sword in this glorious battle. It's all the same to me. A bitch or a nigga leave me. You was never with me. Straight up. You give a fuck what a nigga, bro. I don't care what a nigga going through. I pray that you come back. A woman committed adultery on her husband, she can't come back. A man drop his sword, the Lord will have mercy on you. Verse 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. You honor your husband, you gonna be put on a pedestal in the eyes of the Most High God. But she that dishonoreth her husband in her pride. You know how a woman dishonor her husband in her pride? Talk to him crazy. Oh, this nigga got me fucked up. Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. That's dishonoring her husband in her pride. Making weird ass posts about this nigga on Facebook and shaming him in front of the fucking world. Yeah, that's dishonoring your husband in your pride. A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemy. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such and one for the sword. It was heavy. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third that maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty. A man that's willing to go to battle that suffers poverty grieves this brother's heart. It's like I feel bad for my brother. A nigga that's willing to put his life on the line for this truth, and he poor, he don't have not a sister to honor him, to use her skills to bring this nigga some type of peace of mind, give this nigga a bed to lay in, some good food to have, bring forth children. Yeah, this will hurt anybody. Why you like this is literally biblical. General Muhammad, that nigga post a picture of a brother and be like, give him some. That's what he means. And a man of understanding that are not set by. A man of understanding that are not set by. What does that mean? Break that down for me. You don't know what that means? A man of understanding that are not set by. Somebody that don't go look to this nigga for fucking wisdom. Nobody sits by this nigga. Everybody look at this nigga like, oh, bro, that nigga crazy, bro. We ain't going over there and go fuck with him. A man of understanding that don't nobody fuck with. Why would that grieve a man of God's heart? Because if I'm a man of understanding and don't nobody want to sit by me and soak up this game, our nation will fail. Nobody sits by this nigga that got all of this fucking wisdom. You ever heard, are you dumb? That's what he's saying. Is you niggas stupid? This nigga knows how to fix the black community and you don't want to follow Commander General Yohana? You fake Israelite. This talk about fake Israelites. Of course, us in the UPK up under Commander General Yohana, we understand this. We sit by Commander General Yohana. We sit by the Captain Tazariaks, the Captain Ty Wars, the Captain Hamakwabafs, the Captain Gadalhars, the Captain Kwamwals, the Captain Hadarialas, the Captain Mawaquads. We sit by these niggas. You understand? We sit by all of them. The Captain Soccer Wars, the Captain the Shocks, the Captain Nayathox. You understand? We sit by all these brothers. It's evil not to. It's dumb. You understand? The Captain Mashaks, the Captain Zakars. You understand? Salakia, the Captain Katazaz. For any captain that I forgot. By all of the generals. Commander General Yohana. General Mahaiman, General Mayak, you understand? General Hazayan, General Anya Shawamor, General Katham Gabor, General Kabal Amath, all of them generals, all of these captains, the Captain Yashamars, the Captain Yatazaks, Salaki for being out of order to the men above me. You understand? These is brothers that niggas is supposed to sit by. All of these niggas will train men and women how to be in order. You understand? The Captain DeBoer Moffs, Captain Kapash, Captain Napatazai. Salakia for all my captains that I forgot or that I ain't naming. You understand? Ashapariums. So a whole lot of these great men of wisdom that a lot of niggas choose to not sit by. And you doing a disservice to your goddamn community. This nigga's a bot from the HOI. This nigga didn't want to come back into the school because he didn't want to be under Captain Tazariak. Nigga, do you see what Captain Tazariak is doing for the black community? Remember that one nigga that called his name It, that took Soulja Boy chain? Remember that shit back in the day we used to be watching? You probably don't remember. I do. People think because I got your chain. He took Soulja Boy chain. This same nigga came to one of the speakers of Captain Tazariak. He had a white bitch on his arm. Big shout out to Captain Tazariak, who destroying niggas to this day. I just watched a video of Captain Tazariak when I believe he was a 10,000 back then. 10 years ago. Destroying niggas. Captain Tazariak told that brother, no, you're not supposed to procreate with her. Years later, this nigga found him a black woman. His life got better. And men of understanding that are not set by. That shit grieves his brother as his heart. For a nigga to have understanding, but you niggas don't want to learn what we got. He's talking about all you fake Israelites. Tahar, you a disloyal bastard. You a horrible son. The nigga that runs GOCC, you a horrible fucking son. Nasty Nate. I pray that the Lord, nigga, have mercy on you, because you definitely got some type of terminal illness that's killing you softly. You a disloyal son. You niggas are the niggas that didn't sit by these men of understanding. Commander General Yana. Reading on. And one that returneth from righteousness to sin. Gorilla Hebrew. You, nigga. You was never in righteousness. You in a fake Israelite group. You followed Tahar. Why you just didn't come from who the fuck raised Tahar up, dummy? You wouldn't be getting pegged. The Lord prepares such and one for the sword. Yeah, nigga. The Lord prepared all of this shit for the sword. All of you niggas, bro, that don't seek the righteous counsel from men that have understanding, the Lord prepares such and one for the sword. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and a huckster shall not be freed from sin. So let me look at that word, huckster. A huckster is a trader, a dealer, a pusher. You understand? Somebody that has a business of being a merchant. You understand? Y'all get the picture. It could be Nate's rib that's killing him. I doubt it, though. Nate's rib is probably just the tip of the iceberg. She probably died from whatever fucking AIDS he gave her. Nate is a goddamn homosexual. I wouldn't even put that on his rib. That nigga choose to be with one broad. And look how the Lord dealing with him. Salakia. I'm going to get one more script and I'm going to end it. Man, the water to y'all for rocking out with me. I didn't even know we've been rocking out for 2.5 hours. Salakia. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 13. I'm going to end it off with this. The book of Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. A foolish woman is clamorous. Look up that word clamorous. I know what it means, but I don't want to give y'all my interpretation of it. Clamorous, noisy, loud, vocal, rowdy, shouting, screaming, demanding. A bitch who won't shut the fuck up. A foolish woman is loud, vocal, noisy, rowdy. She is simple and knoweth nothing. This bitch don't know shit. Barack Yalla, my mans. Y'all by Shimei Shop Rocket Thigh, my nigga. Hey, make sure y'all tap in this Sunday for another Criminals of the Caucus episode with me and my brother Barack Yalla. This nigga's an excellent priest. You understand? He knows what he's doing. You need to listen to him. You understand? And we gonna get it on this Sunday, Lord allow. You feel me? Barack Yalla, I'm gonna end it because I've been in here for about 2.5 hours. But next Sunday, okay, on Mamas, my nigga, on Mamas. You feel me? So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do one this Sunday just to get y'all, on board. You know what I'm saying? Just to appetize y'all. Because when me and Barack Yalla, we come together, man, this shit vicious. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nah, nigga. The whiter the you, nigga, for being a soldier. You understand? My nigga Barack Yalla, you know what I'm saying? I love that brother, nigga. How David loved Jonathan. You understand? How David loved Saul's son. You understand? That's my nigga. You feel me? I love my brother. You understand? But Salakia, let me read this again. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. A foolish woman is loud, boisterous. She don't know a goddamn thing. You understand? She likes to voice her opinion, right? Get into it with her goddamn husband because she thinks she knows everything, right? But the scripture says she is foolish and knoweth nothing. Sisters, understand this. Live in your femininity and use your power in being a feminine sister to your husband. He will give you the fucking world. Trust me. The brothers in the ISUBK, we soft on our sisters. You understand? Because they understand to know they understand to use their femininity, as a weapon. You understand? And a righteous weapon. A righteous weapon against the oppressors, weapons to cripple the black community, and a righteous weapon to trigger a man into being all he can be, not only for their own household and their own safety, but to build us up as a righteous nation in order for Christ to come back and make us the superpower on planet Earth, how the Lord intended us for us to be. You understand? With that being said, Yahba Shemal Shabaraka, thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal, thumb by Shemal Shah to the sisters. My nigga Barack Yalla, my sister Monica, my brother Uragabar, you understand? My sister Izara, Brown Hornet 1975, my nigga DK, you understand? Salakia, Nayak, you understand? My brother Tazaba, and I appreciate all y'all for tapping in with me and rocking out with me for damn near 3 hours. This was a much needed class. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. You understand? The water to Commander General Yana for never dropping his sword and training niggas that came from nothing like me to be able to tell you how to fix your nation. With that being said, Shalom, Israel. Love y'all all, man.